How do you know if your roofer knows how to do flashing right? Well, there's a lot of different types of flashing, and usually if your roof is still leaking after you've gotten roof done, that's because your roofer didn't know how to use flashing. So I'm going to show you just a few things about flashing. So this here is a skylight, and the reason I like to show flashing on a skylight is because it's got pretty much every kind of different flashing on it. So you've got your base flashing, which goes on the bottom of the base of the skylight, also along the base of a wall. And then you've got your step flashing on the side, and that's an individual piece. They're about 9 inches long, and they go under each individual shingle, as you can see here. Now, obviously, this skylight was leaking, and somebody has put a bunch of tar on it. But if the flashing's done correctly, that should never be an issue. And then you've got a back pan, and that's what this is here. Oh, that's what this is here. And you can see that they've bent the back pan around onto the step flashing, and usually there's a little bit of a kicker here. So that's something I'm always looking for, is what we call a bird's mouth, and it should come out, and then some of it should be bent over this way, and some of it should be standing up about this tall, and that's just to divert water away from the skylight. So the idea behind flashing is just to divert water away from any kind of leak area. Now over here you can see that obviously this area here was leaking, and somebody came up here and tried to tar it all up. And we've already talked about this in one of my previous videos, but when you tar the bottom of something, that holds water in. It doesn't solve the problem, because water is getting in somewhere, either up here, in this window, in this chimney, maybe even up there. It's very possible water could travel. So, and if you look, I don't know how well you can see that, but let's see if I can zoom in. No, can't zoom in. Oh yeah, there we go. If you look, you can see the flashings lifted there. Very good possibility that that is leaking. How do I zoom out? Okay, come on. There we go. All right. So on the side of the house, I thought this house was perfect for a video because almost none of the flashing is done correctly. So you can see down here at the bottom, they've got a piece of flashing here. But if you look along here, find one there's no step flashing there. This is all base flashing. So if you remember on that skylight, on the side of the skylight, it's all step flashing, and that's the proper way to do it. But there's base flashing here. Where does base flashing go? Base flashing goes on the base of a house. So if the wall meets a roof that slopes away from it, you put base flashing. If your roof is sloping not parallel with the roof line or the wall line, then you put step flashing. Now, there's another type of flashing that we haven't talked about yet, and it's called counter flashing. Counter flashing goes over top of the step flashing, the base flashing on a chimney, on stucco, siding, anything like that that you can't just put the piece over top of the flashing. So we've actually, on this chimney, we're gonna have to actually cut into the mortar lines and put flashing that goes over top of these pieces of flashing. Not to mention, we're gonna have to replace all the flashing on this chimney because it's not done correctly at all. Yeah, you need to have something that covers the flashing so that water can't get in behind it. So that's just a quick lesson on flashing. I hope you learned something today. I'm still waking up, so I'm a little bit not the greatest with my words right now. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, queries, give me a call. My number is 780-906-5111. We'll talk to you later.